why, probably. So school's back in session. College. I didn't go to college. I suppose that's something I could talk about. So let's talk about college real quick. First of all, I don't know if I've mentioned before, but one of the best days of my life was graduating from high school. And why is that? Well, I hated school. Absolutely hated school. I would much rather have been doing something hands-on or working than having to go to school. So graduating was fantastic. I was ready to get out and start working and making money. So I had no ambitions whatsoever about going to college. Now, I'm okay with people going to college in general, but if you're going to school for something like, say, underwater basket weaving, okay, or fucking even psychology degrees nowadays, basic science degrees. I know a lot of people, and I know it's anecdotal, but I know a lot of people that has gone to college and you know, when they graduated, they don't use their fucking college degree. So they're like, you know, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to get a piece of paper, and they don't even use that degree to do work. I think that's a complete waste of time. I don't know why people do it. I don't know if it's because maybe their friends do it and they feel like they need to, you know, get that degree like their friends, or if they've been shoved this idea has been shoved down their throat their entire life of, you know, you're not going to be anything unless you go to college. That's so untrue. So untrue. And I would argue trade schools are way, way better than college. They're shorter, they're cheaper, and you can come out making just as much, if not more money than most college degrees, especially when you consider the debt that these people accrue over their over their school career. And also, fun fact for those that didn't know this already, but when you file bankruptcy, you can erase all of your debt, everything, mortgage, car, credit card debt, I don't know, bills, whatever. You can erase everything except student loan debt. You can never erase that, ever. And that's something you'll end up paying on and paying for your entire life. So, also, like, back at a pretty high interest rate as well. And that's subject to change too. You know, you may start off paying, like, I don't know, let's just throw out, like 10%, and then it'll go up to like 15% or 20% or 25%, and you have to fucking pay it. So eventually it comes to the point where you're just making a minimum payment. It's not even going towards it's just going towards the interest. It's not even going towards the actual amount. So that sucks for people, but, you know, they get wrapped up in that. Like I said, look, if you're going to be like a doctor or like an orthodontist or a dentist or an engineer, you know, something like that, I get it, I understand, and I think that you should have a degree. But a lot of stuff you can do in life without a college degree and make really good money. So I don't know. That's just my spiel on college. I mean, if you want to go, it's on you. I would say, and I've told my oldest child, trade school is a lot better. Like I said, it's shorter, it's cheaper, and you come out, you're not in debt or as nearly as much. You're in a fraction of the debt if you couldn't pay it all up front. And you come out making really, really good money in a shorter period of time, and you can get your degree, and the whole time you're there, that's another thing too. See, when you go to college, you got to take your prereqs. So you go through K through 12 years or 13 years of learning math and science and all that bullshit, and then the first 2 years of college is learning the same shit, But if you go to trade school, you're only learning whatever so if you're going to be an electrician, well, that's a bad example. You probably have to take math. But let's say like a welder or, you know, like a cosmetologist or a nurse, okay, like an LPN. You're just there to learn that. You don't have to learn science and history and fucking social studies or, you know, most likely any sort of extensive math or anything like that. You're just there to learn what you're going to be doing, you know, or majoring in, if you will. So that's another reason why I like trade school better. If I was going to do anything, it would have been that. Do I regret not going to school? No, I mean, college? No, not college, but, you know, I have thought about going to some sort of a trade school to get some sort of a degree. My wife did that. I think she got her degree in like 18 months, maybe. Yeah, I think it was 18 months, and she makes really good money. So there are alternatives. Let's just say that. All right, I'm gonna try to go straight up here at this other intersection. Got a fucking green light here. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, I can go straight here. Cool. I'm trying to get over to Hanley Street. No, I'm sorry, Gay Street. Gay Street. I'm trying to get over to Gay Street. I'm trying to get over to Homosexual Street. I love our downtown area. It's very pretty, like I said, but it's super sketch. You know, you don't want to fucking walk around down here by yourself. Especially late in the evening or nighttime. You'd be fucking crazy unless you're coming strapped. But even then, we got a liberal mayor. I think if you defended yourself downtown, you'd be fucked. But that's just my opinion. All right, guys, if you stuck around this long, I appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace!